Hi guys, today I want to show you the trade we took, how we took it, how you can also analyze it on your own, or how you can get the signal so that next time there are first moves like this, you can also make money. So this is the profit we made. It's not a screenshot. You can see that it's a real account currently sitting on 25,000 and we made $1,200 on this trade. So I want to give you guys an analysis so that you see exactly how we took the trade, how you can also take the trade. And also, if you want to be part of the group, this is the link will be in the bio. You can see that we gave the signal yesterday, SONAS 100 US tick. You gave it, and then all you have to do is click the link in the bio so that you can be part of the group. So we want to do the analysis together and we want to explain everything you need to know when analyzing US 100 or Nasdaq 100. So without further ado, let's start and let's see how far we can go. So whenever you're analyzing the markets, there is always a thing you should check first, which is the trend. So the market is always in an uptrend or in a downtrend or in a ranging market. So your job as a trader is to find which trend the market is in at any given time. If you find the direction properly, you have found the trade. And if you know how to trace the trend and how exactly to map out the trend, you already understand the whole concept of market structure and you're just getting better at trading. I can promise you that you only get better after you master the trend and how the market moves. Everything that comes after that will be just a piece of cake. So we're gonna start by looking into what a trend is. So a trend is when the market is trending upwards or is trending downwards. So how do you see if the market is in an uptrend or in a downtrend? It's simple. When the market is in an uptrend, it creates higher highs as it goes up. So when it creates higher highs, it also creates higher lows as it goes up. And then when the market is going down, it creates lower lows as it goes down and lower highs as it goes down. Your job as a trader is to find these lows, mark them, and then after that, you already mastered the structure of the market. The next step will be the easiest. So if we're looking at this, all we can do right now is mark our lows and mark our highs. If we mark our lows and mark our highs, we can clearly see that right here, the market was in a downtrend. So, just like that, you have mastered how the market moves, how the market is in a downtrend, but we want to go deeper and see exactly how the market changes the direction and how it gets to decide which direction to take and when it takes it. So, your job as a trader, after finding the direction of the market, you have to be able to place your entry according to the structure that you saw. You can't be the trader who looks for buys in a downtrend or who looks for sells in an uptrend. You have to follow the trend. Once you master and follow the trend, your trading becomes a whole lot more better. So, this is what you're going to do for this video today. We're going to move on to the 1 hour time frame. You can see that this is US 100. I want to show you guys how I got the trade and where exactly I got the trade and how you can also get the trade on your own. So it's really simple, guys. I first marked this as our first high. This is our second high. That's our was our first low. This is our second high. This is our second low. Then this is a high. This is a high. This is a low. Just like that, you can see that the market starting from here was in an uptrend. So we don't want to disturb that. We already know that the market was in an uptrend, but on every time frame, the market has a trend of its own. So it can be in a uptrend on the 1 hour time frame, but on the 30-minute time frame, it can be a little downtrend. Or on the 5 minute time frame, you might find a downtrend, but overall, we base with the bigger time frame. That's what gives us the real direction. So in this case, we had an uptrend, and then from here, the market started going down, and then it created a low here, and then it created a high here, and then it's going down. So if the market creates a low that's lower than the other low right here, it means that the market has broke the structure and there is now a possibility that the market has changed the direction and is no longer in an uptrend. But if the market didn't break this, and right here reversed and started going up, it would have been an uptrend and we wouldn't have any trouble with this trade. But in this case, this is what you're looking for. The market closed below this low, meaning this low is no longer powerful. The market has to go down. So every time a market breaks a structure, it has to go and test the next low. If the next low is strong, the market will reverse there and go up. But if it's not strong, it will break it, then go down. So right now, we know that the market is in a short downtrend. If we zoom in a bit, you can see that the market came from the top here and then closed below this low. So when the market closes below a low, you can see that this is a close that's below a low. What I mean when I say close below the low, it means the market created candles or started new candles and closed new candles below the low. So what I like to do to avoid noise on the market, I like to come here, change from candles and select the line chart. If we select the line chart, you can see more clearly that the market was going up. You can see it went up and then it came down. This low happened to be lower than this low and then went back up, retested this zone and then went down. So let's switch back to our candles. I like to go on the line charts to see a clear view without the obstacles, without the wicks rushing in and everything. To clear my view, I just like to use the line chart. So this is what you're looking at. We already know that the market closed below this low. So I'm going to take my horizontal ray and I'm going to mark this low. And then I'm going to mark the next low, which is right here. And we could mark this high, but it's not important. And then the most important part is what we call an AOI, the area of influence. So in this case, an area of influence, let's just say for the meantime, it's a place where the market was reversing and we can find the most wicks. So in this case, this was our small area of influence. Why have I marked this zone? Is because if we see here, we have a wick, we have a wick, we have a wick, we have wicks. Okay, we have candles closing inside here. So the more the candles close, the stronger our area of influence becomes. So in this case, we had this zone. We can also mark this zone right here. We can also mark this zone right here. Or we can also go up and mark this zone right here. So in this case, the market came here, retested this zone. So every time a market tests a zone, it means that it has reached our entry level. So this was going to be our entry and our take profit was going to be right here. So you can see that we had a perfect trade. I managed to take profit a bit earlier. I had set my take profit right around this spot. So I exited with a good amount, but others are still holding. And if it goes low, we might also find new trades to enter. So just make sure to be part of the group. If you are part of the group, which has the link in the bio, you can also get the free signals and the analysis, and you can also get good trades. So make sure you also comment to make sure that our videos pop up more often to help us with the YouTube algorithm so that every time we give a video, it will reach you instead of reaching people who don't really need the video. Okay, so let's get back to what we were saying. We were saying the market has reached this zone. After it reaches this zone, we say that it has to touch this zone. It's first, there was a breakout. After a breakout, the market has to retest an area of influence, which it retested. And that's where we put our entry and we hold until the market reaches the next low. So just like that, we had a sell signal, a short signal. We took it and our take profit was here. So what the market does is every time it breaks below a low, it then looks for a support and then keeps going down, or it looks for a high and then aims up. So this is what I mean. This is our support line, right? and you can see that the market is closed below this low. So when the market closes below a low, what it has to do next is to go into our area of influence. In this case, we take this zone right here. So the market will fall back into this zone. When it falls back into this zone, we take a sell or stop loss being higher than the previous high right here, and our take profit will be the next low. So in this case, the next low is this zone and this zone. So if I'm going to take a trade, I'm going to wait for the market a bit longer to come back into my entry zone. And once it enters my entry zone, I'm going to sell it down and we're going to make money off this. So this is the second signal that I'm just giving. I'm going to throw the analysis in the group so that everyone can see. And make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss more of my videos. So just like that, guys, we have a good trade. I've shown you guys how we got the trade and how you can also analyze the market to also get the same trade and get the same results as I did and grow your portfolio day by day. So the truth about trading is that you just have to have a good strategy. So when creating your own strategy, you don't need someone to tell you what to put. I have my own strategy, which I use a combination of different things that I put together. And after I put them together, I have a perfect strategy that works perfectly for me. It might not have a 100% win rate, it might have 80, it might have 70, but for me, it works really good. So your job as a trader is to learn from the videos that you get, learn from private mentorship, and learn from whoever is around you who trades. Take the good pieces out of your strategy and paste them on your strategy. At the end of the game, or at the end of the day, your strategy and the best trader in the world strategy should be the same thing, maybe with different names, or maybe with a few with a few ditches where someone else named it a different thing, and but at the end of the day, it's just the same strategy that you're working with, which is price action. So the other thing you have to master is to trade on bigger time frames. Make sure you trade on the 2 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. Don't be that guy who goes on the 1 minute time frame looking to scalp. It does not work. No need to put indicators. I see a lot of people who put a lot of indicators on the screen. You're just making your screen dirty, and it just means that you're lazy. You don't want to learn. You don't want to study how the market moves. If you master and study how the market moves and what makes it move, you only get better with time. Every loss you take, every bad trade you take just means that you're getting better. So make sure to note down everything you learn. Make sure to fix it towards your own strategy that works. If you want my strategy, the link will be in the description. You can get it as well, and you can get free signals. So for today, that's all. Make sure you comment so that on the next video, we'll do a little giveaway. If it does, we'll of course do a little giveaway, and make sure that you subscribe so that you won't miss out on what you're gonna do next.